I invite you to a trip to historic Fort Willow, Ontario, Canada. The roads are good, well maintained, but the sky is filled with chemtrails. The land is cultivated and there are farms with horses along the way. Fort Willow was used as supply depot for War of 1812, but also was used by Native Americans, native people, for fur trade for century actually. You see the proof of chemtrails. The clouds are not normally in straight lines and making acute angles. It's actually a shame that this beautiful land it's not protected by the government and by the people that inherited this land. There are interesting signs at the entrance. You see there is no doorman, but you have to pay via internet. The parking lot is empty and there are a lot of warnings that there might be ticks and you should not enter. So they found fragments of ceramic tools and coins from 1800s. You don't see the object, you just see the picture of the objects that have been found there. When there are more people, they are reenacting the fight of 1812. You have a map of the place and pictures of the reenacting of a war. So they actually make the war, which is a crime basically, something very heroic. Fort Willow. The nature is beautiful, but there are a lot of mosquitoes. You have at the entrance information about what happened here more than 200 years ago. Royal Newfoundland Regiment fought there. You see only places where the old buildings existed in the past. The type of fence that they had in the middle of the place, there is indigenous garden with different plants, and there are a lot of explanation what was where. Indigenous and settlers gardens, where indigenous taught the settlers, and then who knows what happened. Three sister garden means there are three plants that are planted together, and there are a lot of plants that you can find here, but we don't know how to use them. Most of the plants that you find in this area in Ontario, we have no idea that they are actually medicinal plants, and Native American used them. So we have Officer Courthouse. This is a tree that is also a medicinal tree. Around the fort they have some wood fence. Probably is a new, I don't think it's 200 years old. And above this area, Lindar, there is a company that has some sort of airplanes that research what is underneath, and if you search, you see flight radar. At some points this area is researched or scanned by these Lindar airplanes. So these are walls, so earth walls around the fort. They have picture drawings of how the barracks look like. I don't know if they are real or they are just imagination of some people. So Berry Garden Club maintained the Three Sisters Gardens, and I took picture of the plants that they have in this garden. Wild, a lot of flowers, but all these plants are medicinal plants used by squash, pumpkin. So they have indication which plant is which. Some I knew there are all over in this area, and in parks they actually grow, and you think they are weeds, but they are plants that Native Americans, native people used for hundreds of years. So this is the exit. There are buildings that are used by the people that are maintaining the place, but was nobody. It's Sunday. This place is also used as picnic area, but it's very hard when it's so hot. There are a lot of mosquitoes. So we couldn't stay too long. Actually some trails are closed. I don't know why. And apparently this fort, it's at the top of some mountain. So who knows, probably if it's possible to be a start fort here, I don't know. Most of the indication are related to the settlers, to people that came from Europe. So this is Newfoundland Regiment, and occupy this land. We have a geological explanation and indication about the trails that are you can visit, but there is $10 fee. there were Jesuits that arrived here. And this is the map of the area we found about the war of 812. So Fort Willow and the portage are recognized as historical sites. 9-mile portage. So now we have a Fort Willow conservation area that has the Fort Willow in the center, and this is the map how the Fort Willow looked like in the past. You can stop the video and read the information that are placed actually in the park. And now we are exiting. This was our presentation for Fort Willow, Ontario, Canada. Thank you for your time and your attention.